with Good evening, everyone. I have myself, the youngest man in 40K, Mr. Brad Chester, here with
Brian Horton, the second oldest judge in 40K.
who's the oldest?
I don't know, but somebody's got to be older than me.
I don't believe that. We're going to talk about named characters today, and I have a named character tier maker list, and I am almost positive that I know the models for about half of these guys, and everybody can just help me on that. I know what I want to do. I know how I wanted to rank people, but I needed something. I didn't want to just list them and type them out. This is TR. I can't see them either, so I'm going to be just throwing people up and hoping for the best. So what we're ranking them on is in-game power, but that changes all the time. So also coolness of the fluff, their lore, like how badass they are in the books and the codices, and then how cool is their model, to be honest with you, and how cool has their model been over time? Because a lot of these guys have had some of these people have had like 5 or 6 different models, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You go back to the old characters. So we're gonna rock that. So
I mean, some of the old characters still have the same original model.
yeah, also true. And I'm gonna do these in absolutely no order whatsoever, and I'm gonna look for help from chat at all times. Characters in 40K. That is true. Malice Darkblade was pretty badass.
So we are doing ones that are currently only in the game, right?
Currently in the game, currently have a model. So we're going to rock and or roll with that.
All right. So why don't we talk about who are your 2 favorites to start with?
One isn't in the game.
So, all right. Well, even though they're not in the game, who are your 2 favorites?
I want Vulcan. I want my Primarch Vulcan, who's still freaking alive, to show up with the Salamanders. But as far as like cool stories have been, I'm not gonna lie, Aramon, it has cool rules, has a cool trilogy of books, has a shit ton of lore in the codices and in a bunch of other books, and has always been pretty goddamn good, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, clearly I've got my favorite behind me, the Death Leaper, because in all of 40K, there's no one who likes to psychologically torment their opponents more than the Death Leaper. I mean, when they introduced him, he legitimately slaughtered a planetary leader's retinue 10 days in a row, killing all of his visors every day and then just leaving him there, putting his claw up to his face and running away. And how can you knock that?
I hate when that happens. If you want to go for modern day, I mean, the Lion, he's got a cool book and he just got finished smashing Angron's head. So that's a big deal. Fugan is a badass. Also, I have to give it to Dante. We'll get to him in a little bit. But Dante used to not be as cool. Dante was just some guy, and then he got recently really spicy. 100%. That dude's badass as hell now.
KR, I can definitely root for them as a Humie, as considering I'm just waiting for my day of ascension when the 4-armed Emperor comes and scoops us up.
You heard it here. He's a freaking gene stealer. Here, I want to show my snow globe off that Brandon got me. But not got me, Brandon made for me. And this is the coolest one. Beep, 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 beep. All right, who are we starting with? Choose anybody. Can you see these models?
Yeah, I can blow it up. So I can actually take you through order. So your first one is Abaddon in your first row.
I mean, do we start in the first row? There's some badass. This first row is a bunch of heavy hitters, by the way.
That is an absolute bunch of heavy hitters. So let's start down towards like, so let's go to Mortarion. So 4th row down, first one.
Got it. So it's not where he is. He's just I'm pulling him up. So Morty, while cool, isn't the coolest or the most dedicated guy to Nurgle in his Legion, which would be Typhus.
Yeah.
But the dude has never quit. He's like the Rocky of Primarchs. He's just like, I hear no bell. Let's do this.
And the model is absolutely fantastic. Tons of conversion capabilities. You can do so many different types of paint schemes. I don't know if you've ever seen Mike Fox's, but instead of giant wings, he put a giant jump pack on the back of him that looks cool. We've seen a bunch of different people from DOG have some amazing painted ones. Definitely, like, probably not A tier, but he's definitely a B tier character.
Yeah, I mean, it would help if he didn't get his head chopped off in the Horus Heresy and just come back, of course, because he's a demon now. But they did the whole Excalibur where he just, remember when he pulls himself down the scythe to fucking own him? I mean, that's significantly cool. I mean, that's...
All right, so can we go to a D tier character, in my opinion?
Are you gonna?
Can we grab Santa Claus on his sleigh?
Oh, there he is. Is that him? I think I've got him.
I gotta wait for it to catch up with you.
I mean, I think that's Logan Grimnar on sleigh, and he is awful.
Oh God.
I mean, lore wise, he's cool, but I'm gonna give the lore to the individual Terminator lore, Logan.
Yeah.
Sorry, Logan
Yeah,
Grimnar.
Logan, he's fun. He's enjoyable. That model is just it leaves a lot to be desired. It's like we made lore up so we could make a sleigh. We wanted the Space Wolves to have Santa Claus for some reason. I don't know what it was.
No, I'm putting the rules in, and
but I think it's probably the D tier of.
He's just been bad since he came out on a sleigh. He can't join people. There aren't shit for stories with him on the sleigh either, to be honest with you. There's a bunch of badass stories about Logan Grimnar beating the shit out of people in Terminator armor with his posse with him, to be honest with you. He rolls with a posse of Wolfguard who are all badass named characters.
Yeah, I mean,
and when he
has better stories than him right now.
Yes, but he's also good. He's playable.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm sorry, but the sleigh has always been shit. The problem with the sleigh, and this is why I'm rating it so low, the sleigh, bad, always has been bad, but also the sleigh has no lore to go with it. Not no lore, but almost no lore. Because the rest of his lore is in his individual model. You know what I mean? So, like, he just rolls around. Oh, shit. Speaking of that, hold... I will take... Nothing to see here, everyone. I may or may not have been in the middle of doing a TTS game. They are still playing it, but I will kill Tabletop Simulator, and hopefully it doesn't crash everything else I'm doing. Whoopsie! I was like, do I hear dice in the background? Yeah, Grimnar just does Grimnar stuff. It just kind of sucks a little bit. But who's playing TTS? That'd be Todd, Rhinoceros Rex, and Lyle are rocking it out right now. Lyle just rolled more ones than I've ever seen anybody roll in one turn. It was pretty fantastic. I'm gonna go with Sammy right here. This is Samuel. I'm almost positive. I like Sammy quite a bit. Sammy's been pretty good. Sammy leads the Raven Guard. Or sorry, the Raven Wing. And he's cool as shit. I think he's a B or an A. He's got pretty good rules too, man.
Good rules. This is where I get to go. The model is, Finecast.
The model's bringing him down a little bit because of the fact that I'd like to see him on something cooler. They haven't updated it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he hasn't been updated. The model went from a metal model to a resin. It is inherently always on a stock on GW, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm gonna do this as much as we do this. Come on now, I've never moved fast ever, so. But I still think he's B. It's hard for me to put him above a Primarch, even though he's a low tier.
He's definitely a B. He's definitely a B tier character.
I'll give you that. Let's go into. You know what? I don't want to do Helbrecht and Gimraldus right now because I actually think that those guys are gonna set the pace for the top tiers. Here's some.
Grab Epidemius. He's easy for you to see, I assume.
Absolutely not. Give me a row.
Second row, about halfway in.
No.
In between the Emperor's Champions.
Oh,
and
there he is. Blam. Epidemus. His rules used to be so bomb.com.
Yeah.
When he buffed everybody that was Nurgle, he's also got literally great stories. His whole thing is he's just cataloging all of the different plagues and the way that people have died from them. His story is wildly awesome. His rules currently are.
Yeah, his rules make him like his lore makes him definitely B tier. His rules kind of take him down for me into a C.
He's just got really good lore though, but his rules are bad. His rules used to be. I get also the difference between his old rules and his new rules are a big deal because he used to be he used to be an auto take in Nurgle, force multiplier like a madman.
Yeah, and now he's just there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know what? I want to get some people out of the way that I hate.
Oh, absolutely.
Hold on. I can't even just say I hate him. Where'd he go? There he is. A call. I just don't like AdMac. However, this dude single-handedly... Let's talk about the difference between fluff and on the table.
Okay.
Because he's like always been meh. I mean, when he first came out, he was pretty badass with Mars. You know what I mean? Now he's like meh. But he did create Primarch Marines. Or not Primarch Marines, Primaris Marines. So, where do you put him?
So, like, the fact that if you're a true Imperial fanboy, you should consider him a heretic. Right? Because he violated the Codex, you know. I can't talk for a second there. He violated Guilliman's Codex, right?
Yes.
By mutzing with the gene seed and doing a whole bunch of stuff. But at the same time, he's kind of the savior of the Imperium now, because if it wasn't for him, I'm pretty sure during the Rift.
Oh, if it wasn't for him, the Indominus campaign doesn't exist.
So he's definitely a good character because it's.
I mean, do we beat him? I think his story. There's a lot of the story it's based on him. Even though I don't like him, I'm going to give him B.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Definitely B.
All right. Let's rock on. Is this Ragnar right here?
Yeah, I have no idea. I can't see what you're moving.
All right. I'm 90% sure that's Ragnar. But Kali is kind of a heretic, to be honest with you. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
I'll take Yukari characters in F tier for 1,000 Bob. Here's the thing. Ragnar's rules used to be bonkers town when he was doing explosions on 4s with 4-year-olds.
Well, that's Lucas.
Oh, that's Lucas the Trickster?
Yep.
Lucas, he's got some good stories, but his rules are bad.
His rules are real bad. There used to be a time where he was really good. When he died, he'd take something.
Yeah, he'd jam somebody in the vault.
Yeah. But he's kind of down there. I don't know why. And I really like Space Wolves, but man, I don't like the model. I don't particularly like the current rules for him. He's kind of fallen to at least a C tier, in my opinion.
I have him a C. I still like him better than I'll stick him over the Slay. So, give me anybody. Pick me up. You choose. I'll talk.
Shadow Sun.
Yeah, you gotta start picking rows now.
4th row down, 5th one in.
That's an orc. Or 4th row down. My bad. I was like,
that'd be the 5th row.
Wherever Shadow Sun goes, she's slightly underneath my boy with his demon sword. So wherever you pick this, know that there's a full tier ahead for Farsight.
So I was definitely going to go in upper B. I actually like better than Mortarion.
I mean, her rules are just not great right now, though. She's lone operative and she gets reroll 1s within 6.
Yeah, but I'm just like that. I really like it. I don't know. Maybe it's just
her story's cool. She's literally leading
fantastic.
the entire Tau Empire.
Since they updated the model's really nice. Maybe in that case, then maybe C tier. If you're gonna if we fully throw rules in there, yeah.
I mean,
Definitely
Shanna
better. Low B, maybe.
you know what? I'm putting her ahead of Mortarion just to piss people off.
All right, it's fair.
Corey, I'm doing a Death or Glory stream host tier list over on my channel right now. Spoiler, more than one are in D tier.
That's quite okay. I would expect that.
Unfortunately, I host all the streams, so it's just me in different pictures looking stupid in D tier. But you know what? Is this we're doing my boy Torgaradon. This dude's
All right.
a son of a bitch. Come on now.
I like Tor. The rules are really good. Right? The rules are good.
Is every story's in. He's not like a main character. He can't go above B, but is he a low B or is he a high C? Because
High C, in my opinion.
All right. I'm going Fate Weaver.
Oh, all right. You gotta put this one in. If I do it, I'm in D tier because I just don't care for Fate Weaver all that much.
I mean, Fate Weaver's also rode a roller coaster since he's came out of how good he is. His rules have been amazing, terrible.
I think part of the reason is the old metal model. Putting that thing together was the biggest nightmare I can possibly remember of annoyance.
I mean, but he literally became Fate Weaver by the fact that Tzeentch wondered what was beyond the portal and just dunked his head in, which I think is still my favorite creation story of all time.
I definitely. So with rules and the lore is good. I think it's that metal model scarred me. Probably above Tor, probably above Call, I would actually say.
I'll put him right behind. I think he is right behind Samuel, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I could put him in A. I might revisit that. He's really good.
Okay.
You know what? Screw this. We're going with big boys now. Silent King, 65 million years old. He ruined an entire race, made some. Sometimes when you make a deal with a guy that's name is the Deceiver, you're probably not going to get the good end of the deal. And then he pouted for a long time and came back. Dante talked shit to him, which was one other reason Dante's badass, because the Silent King's like, I could cleave you in half. And Dante went, bring your weak ass shit. I didn't hear no bell. We should both punk the Tyranids.
I like the Silent King. I think the rules are.
I put the rules out here, KR. I told you what I'm ranking him on. It's my 3-part ranking system. Scientific. Science.
I mean, if just going solely on lore, probably on par with Mortarion. When you throw rules and everything else in, yeah, I would go with mid B for me.
Mid B?
Mid B.
I'm going to put him ahead of Call because I don't like Call. I might revisit this one because Fate Weaver and him both might get. They've got a lot of stories.
Yeah.
That is true. Roy goes, technically Silent King ruined 2 races, the Necron tier and the Star Gods. So you're not wrong. But let's go with, you know what? I'm going with Murder Fang. Murder Fang doesn't have an invuln. Murder Fang's just a psycho. I'm putting him underneath Lucas. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I want him to be better, but he's just a crazy dreadnought that somehow didn't get a Blizzard Shield for some unknown reason.
Is that Bjorn or Murder Fang?
I think this is Murder Fang. I might be wrong. If it's Bjorn, he's going higher. Because Bjorn's been around since the Heresy. Is it a plasma cannon? I can't see that far.
Yeah. So if it's Bjorn's way.
Bjorn's way better because Bjorn's been around for forever. I'm putting him at the top of B.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm okay with that. Bjorn's probably my favorite Space Wolf character.
He's literally got stories about the Horus Heresy. Bjorn's badass. Yeah. Murder Fang's a cool name.
Murder Fang is up there. It's just down further.
Hold on, I gotta find Murder Fang. This is Murder Fang. You can't see. I'm just putting him behind where I said originally.
Yeah.
All right. Bottom shelf. You know, we're going with controversial here. Bottom 4th rank, is that Angron right there? Bottom row. Or is it?
I see Scarbrand down there.
I was to say, is that Scarbrand or is that Angron? I don't even think I
That's
have an
Scar.
Angron in here.
I don't think you have Angron in there.
That makes me sad because that means I'm gonna have to like make a smiley face or something on the screen for this. So Bjorn did punk him, yes. Bjorn's just done badass shit.
Yeah, big fan of Bjorn.
All right, who we going with here? You know what? We're going Abby. I'm sorry, but Abaddon's going S tier.
Yeah, absolute S tier. Besides the fact that the model is really cool compared to its original model, the stories, even though they've been retconned, retconned again, and rewritten and re-retconned and rewritten again, is the main protagonist of the 40K universe right now.
Yeah, he's been on his 13th crusade for 30 years now.
Yeah,
and it finally finished it.
13 different times, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm sure both of us are old enough that we played in the GW Eye of Terror campaign.
He's awesome. The campaign was fantastic too. Do we think we're going to get this done in an hour? No, I'm just going to go in an hour and just figure out how much we got done, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I chose this because I just wanted to talk about characters, and then I used this particular tier list, and it had every character in the universe on here. Check this out. I'm going to Enfuego everybody. Bobby G, does he get the S tier? And if he gets the S tier, he's underneath Abaddon. Fight me.
He doesn't get to S tier. I think he falls into A tier.
You think Bobby G falls into A tier? He's literally holding the Imperium together by himself.
And an Eldar lover. Again, he wrote a Cody season, then broke it. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he shattered it. But to his credit, he was 10,000 years in hibernation, so. And he also woke up to see that the property value went down quite a bit.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
I mean, it's hard for me not to say he's an S tier, though, man. He's, you know, and I'm gonna put him next to the Don, making a high five for a while, and I'm gonna put him right underneath, and we'll reevaluate.
Okay.
So,
why don't you start going in order and start grabbing people?
Don, Vulcan, Heston, the chapter master for the Salamanders. I'm gonna let you do this one because I am a Salamander Mojo guy, so I'm gonna put him so much higher than he deserves.
Probably B tier to A, B to low A, I would say. But good stories, decent lore, rules are okay. It's kind of where I am.
Bobby G did fight Lorgar and Angron, but he fought Angron like literally as he was about to die, as Lorgar was casting a spell to make him a Primarch, a Demon Prince at the time. Aramon, story-wise alone, he becomes S tier for me. Yep. His rules have always been amazing. He's just so good. I mean, he's bonkers talent. Yeah. All right, who's the next guy up here? I can't see. I can't.
That looks like the Traveler.
Yeah, he's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the rules bad. Model,
The model's meh. He's got some cool stories, but meh.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true. We put Bjorn in B. I just curve graded the thing. I might have to put Bjorn in A, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would put Bjorn up in A at this point.
Yeah. So, is this Arjak or is this Logan? Going, Craig, you got to tell me what
that is Arjak.
Arjak is 1000% a big B. This guy's got cool rules. He's always had cool rules. He's got great stories too.
And I mean, come on, they based his hammer on Thor's hammer.
Yeah, it comes back to him. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's a great model.
It's clapping Eldar cheeks. That would be Khan. That is clapping Eldar cheeks. Who we got next?
So I have no idea. I can't make out who that is. Is that?
I don't know.
That
I cannot see there.
Is that the Dark Angel guy whose name's going to escape me? Is that Cypher?
I don't even know. Tell. I can't even see who we have in these right now.
Yeah, in all honesty, I think that's Cypher next. If it is, Cypher has some amazing fluff and some terrible rules.
Yeah. I mean, he's got terrible rules. He's always had terrible rules. He's got a cool story though. I'm putting him
Yeah,
in. I'm putting him somewhere in C.
yeah, somewhere in C.
And then I don't know who the hell this is.
The next one looks like Osmodi or Osmodee or however the heck you say it.
Amadeus.
Yeah, whatever.
He's also pretty meh in Bunny.
Yeah, and like not D tier, but probably in the C tier.
Yeah, I agree. And then who do I got here?
Then you got Astaroth.
Anstraw's a badass. He's got cool stories. His current rules are okay. His old rules were pretty badass because he used to ignore invulns.
I would B tier probably.
Uh-oh, Kenneth Smith coming to the 499 super chat. Commander Dante S tier, Lord Regent of Imperium Nihilus, plus 1v1 the Swarm Lord, Death to Horus. If you could put Dante, if somebody could figure out where Dante is, I will put him in S tier. He is his storyline has been pretty crazy right now.
Dante's in the first row, fifth from the end.
Whoosh.
Or sixth from the end, somewhere around there.
I would say he's an S or he's the top of the A's, to be honest with you. His lore is pretty badass right now. He's also
S.
good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Great model, good rules. The updated models I really like a lot. So I would definitely go with S tier for Dante.
Oh, we decided that someone was Cypher that wasn't Cypher. All right, got it.
Is that not Cypher? I can't see the I can't see the image well enough to.
Is this Mephiston? Who am I looking at right here at the end? Who's at the top? Somebody help me see these models, damn it. These are so small I can't see anything.
In the first row, we did Astaroth, so bring Astaroth up.
Astaroth up. I think he's one of the guys in B. I don't think he goes in A.
No, I think he's below the Silent King, but above Call.
I agree on that one. 100% I can't see this. I barely can see anything here. Is that Aramon or Aramon? Not Aramon, god damn it. I can't even Azerman. I knew it was alliteration, god damn it.
Yeah, the next one, Azerman.
If he got a new model, he'd be harder. He's always been pretty decent. His lore is pretty decent, but like he's always been unbelievably meh for a Phoenix Lord.
Yeah.
He's my least favorite Phoenix Lord. He's supposed to be the leader of the Phoenix Lords in lore, but I don't even know if he's ever made it to one of my lists.
I don't think I've ever used him in any list in 30 years. Probably C tier.
Yeah. I'm just throwing him randomly in there. All right. Who am I looking at here?
Next up is what? Anu Va? Anu Shah? I don't know.
Eldar.
The Space Pope.
He's dead. You do know that, do you not? Oh yeah, like this dude's dead. He's been dead for a while, but the Tau Empire literally uses a projection bomb and uses those honor guard to make sure nobody gets near him. Because they think it would crush morale. That alone is going to get him at the bottom of B tier. Just the fact that he doesn't exist.
I actually would probably come down into C tier, but that's me.
I mean, I'll put him down here. Which one of the Dark Angels is this? I can't remember who has the.
That's the old Azrael model.
Azrael. Azrael's a badass. In current rules, though, he doesn't join anything I want to be in.
Did you see the update where they updated him that he could join a whole lot of stuff?
What does he join now? He can join Intercessors, the heroes of the company or whatever.
Yeah, I think he can join Blade Guard and a few other things now.
If he can join Blade Guard, I would put him way more up because he generates a CP, which is a huge deal. And he's fairly cool in the lore. He's not like a lion cool, but he's cool.
I definitely like.
I'm gonna B tier him.
B tier him, yeah, that's fair.
So who am I looking at?
After that is Captain Badrock, who if he's not A tier, I'll be upset.
He's S++ tier. He's a freaking pirate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, if he's at least not A tier, I was going to be mad. So I think he's S tier. Number one, I love the model. Number two, I love the model. Number three, I love the pirate hat. Number four, I love the pirate hat.
Plus, he's an orc.
He's an orc, which makes him cool. And big, shiny, giant guns. He has a treasure chest. Come on.
Baharov. This dude's rules are still decent. but my God, ninth edition was he just so busted.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm putting this. Am I going to A tier him? He's just good as a Phoenix Lord. His lore is a little lacking though. He's not in a ton of stories.
Yeah, I off the top of my head don't remember anything outside of codexes.
I'm putting him at B. His rules are his rules used to be bonkers. They're just good now. But like I said, he's not enough stories for me. Don't take that, Austin. I'm not losing him. Who's next? Is this Fugan?
After that, I think it's Belial.
The Terminator?
Yeah.
I
Looks like Belial.
I feel like this is now. I can't even see that anymore. These are getting smaller as we go. Either that or I'm getting more tired, and I'm just losing it.
Little column A, a lot of column B.
I want him to be good, but he's not. I'm putting him in C.
He's not. And I actually don't like his lore all that much, so I'm going with low C.
Yeah, I'm gonna slam him down here. I actually think Murder Fang's better than him. All right, is this Canis or Harold?
That's Canis.
I mean, he's got cool rules. He does things. He's not as cool as Harold, but he's a wild man. Like his lore is just him grabbing a bunch of dudes and doing psycho charges. So you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah,
I don't think he's like high up.
No, he's
one of
below Lucas.
Below Lucas.
Well,
Even?
above Lucas.
I'll throw him in C. I mean, I don't hate him, but I don't love him either.
Yeah.
Canis Wolfborn's just badass. I mean, he's just cool. He used to be cooler. Ninth edition rules were actually badass. If we gotta get those Thunderwolf prices back then, whew. So many of these belong in D. Maybe. To be honest with you, we'll shake it up a little bit. I'm trying to be semi-fair about it. Who the hell am I looking at here?
Oh, you're looking at the Space Marine, Ultramarine Chaplain. Whose name I don't know. Yeah. There's your D tier.
Yeah, I'm moving on. Celestine's amazing. I'm putting her in S tier.
S tier without a doubt.
I mean, her story is also awesome. She's she's a saint. She might be literally continually coming back. She's reborn all the time. She's also got really cool rules. Her cool rules are not as cool as they used to be, but pretty badass. You know what I mean?
I agree. Then after that, you got the Changeling.
Changeling's bonkers town right now. I'm gonna put him in A.
Yeah, definitely an A tier.
I mean, his rules now are just nuts. His rules before used to be, well, his rules at the beginning of 8th were broken. 9th edition he was okay, and then now he's just wildly insane.
Yeah, and story-wise, actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Changeling is a hard A, 100%. I think the Changeling's fantastic. A good story also.
And then you got brother
Corbulu.
Corbulu. Yeah.
Here, I'm going to do this because Lyle already asked me to. He loves Blood Angels and he said he hates Corbulu. So for Lyle, if anybody has an issue, he said it's a hard D, and I'll let him say why. So
that's a fair. I was going to go D, so I think we're good.
What is this? Is Telion Scout, or who is that?
No, that is Ursula, the original Ursula, or it's Creed, isn't it?
It's the original Creed? The dad?
Yeah.
I don't like Imperial Guard, so I'm going to put him somewhere in C.
Yeah, D, but okay.
He's not D. Well, he's got good rules.
The rules were okay back in the day.
I'm putting him down here. So he's somewhere in C.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made you say hard D. Well done, sir. Well done. Is this Crow or is that my boy? The leader of the Green Heights. Who is this?
Looks like Crow, but it's so tiny I can't quite tell.
Crow has wild rules because he's got a demon sword that he just hangs on to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. So I'm going to put him in B tier by that alone. And he used to have really cool rules. Now his rules are fairly meh. He's not bad.
Hey, I think it actually is Lucius the Eternal or next or whatever. No, who is that? Oh, good God. That's Cypher next. That's definitely Cypher next.
This is finally Cypher?
Finally, Cypher. I don't know who the person was before, but we just threw him in somewhere.
We threw him in somewhere. Cypher's got a Vec now, so his rules are better. He's literally goes to talk to the Emperor. Well, he went to kill the Emperor. Then the Emperor apparently convinced him to go pound sand, and he left. So he's in other people's books. Does that make him C tier? Does that make him B tier?
Probably C.
I'm gonna put him.
Maybe B. B. We'll go with B.
I'm gonna put him at the top of C for we might move him.
All right.
And these guys are so small. It's crazy. I just have to wait. Who's next?
Looks like Drago.
Drago, my man. Doing
That's
all
a lot
that
of warp dust.
doing all that warp does. I mean, I'm putting him in A tier mainly because of that cartoon.
That cartoon is so good that it makes me kind of enjoy Drago.
Drago, my man. Is that Drazar next?
That is Drazar next.
Drazar's also going into A tier, as he used to lead the Striking Scorpions. Fight me about that. He's the corrupted Scorpions Exarch.
I'll fight you about that one. B tier at best.
B tier at best?
B tier at best.
I'm going to put him at the top. He's still the best thing. I want to give him a full tier up because he's literally the best thing that's not a Dark Lance in the Dark Eldar book right now.
All right, I'll let you do it then. I'll let you put him in A for that reason.
He's just so good.
Is that Kane next?
Kyphus Kane?
It is one of the Inquisitors.
If this is Kyphus Kane, he's getting his own tier list. I'm just moving on from him. Who's next after that? Because if that's Kyphus Kane, I'm going him next.
That looks like Eldrad Uthran.
Eldrad Uthran is legendary S tier. And I'm an extra simp for Eldar, so he's literally in every story in a little bit because they retconned him in almost everything as the dude that showed up and went, "Come on, man, don't do that kind of crap."
Yeah, again, S tier rules are good. Continuously have been for eons.
And he's been in the game since the beginning.
Yeah. Do not put him above Abaddon.
Fine, if you're gonna be like that.
That's one of the ones that I'm not a Chaos fanboy in any way, shape, or form, but Abaddon's better than Eldrad.
You know what? I'm skipping over a little bit because I want to make sure I get some of the Primarchs in here. Magnus did nothing wrong. Where did we put him? Because he also kind of cried and let Leman Russ snap his neck or his back over his knee.
Magnus is definitely A tier.
I mean, he's really good.
And above Gilliman, in my opinion.
I mean, I think above the G-Man?
And I like Ultramarines, above the G-Man.
Kyphus Kane doesn't have a model. Kyphus Kane needs a model, by the way. I think he just has a bust, actually.
Yeah, I legitimately can't tell who that Inquisitor is.
Is this Karandras right here? Do we have a Karandras? Is this the old, fucking 3rd edition Karandras?
Yeah, I can't even tell.
Kayron's going right underneath.
It goes an Inquisitor, then an Emperor's Champion, then I have no idea. A Dark Angels character, then Fabius Bile.
Ooh, where's Fabius Bile?
4th one in on the first row.
Fabius Bile, I mean, that guy's got some mojo. I mean, he's badass. He's got good rules still right now. He makes you +1 toughness. He negates a wound. He's got decent when he joins somebody, it's pretty badass. But his lore, his fluff is strong. He's in a ton of stories.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way he screwed over the Tau is fantastic. When he just kept having him send him to different guys, that was awesome in itself. Give me some people. We didn't. We'll get to it.
YouTube just crashed on me, so give me 30 seconds. There we go.
So, I'm literally. Everybody's getting so small. I think I got Fugan here, 6 from the top.
Yep, that is Fugan. Yep.
I'm gonna put all of the Phoenix Lords in Bs. They've got individual. They don't have full stories dedicated to them, but they all have really great rules. Fugan especially right now. He really jumped up.
Yeah,
I might move him
Tyrannus
down on
you just
that.
put.
I put Grandris in B also. The Phoenix Lords are strong, but they don't have a ton of lore to go with them. So it's tough me on that. Who's little bro with his sword up?
The second one in is an Emperor's Champion.
I mean, I don't even consider him a special character, to be honest.
I don't either anymore. Just throw that in D tier and be done with it.
Yeah. And then I've got is this Ezekiel?
Looks like Ezekiel, yeah.
Ezekiel's good. Ezekiel used to be a billion times better in ninth. The problem is that in the stories, he's just kind of a dude because there's so many other big dog characters in the Dark Angels. So I think unfortunately, I think he's a seer. Yeah, I mean,
I agree with you on that one.
well, he's the backup character, unfortunately. You know what I mean? He's good, but he's
a support character.
Farsight. Where do we got this? You thought
I got Farsight in A tier because Farsight is a fantastic lore-wise character, and rules have been
he's also
pretty
lived
decent
hundreds
overall.
of years longer than everybody else.
Yeah. I go with A tier, but that's me.
Throw him at the end. First on is Eisenhorn, right? Is this Eisenhorn? Eisenhorn's stories are fantastic. His rules.
Eisenhorn's stories are fantastic. Rules are garbage, but
I'm gonna put him in B tier, just based on his lore alone. I mean,
that's fair.
His books are great.
Yeah, I agree.
So, is this Iron Father?
Yes.
Iron Father. I mean, he's decent. How about the bottom of C tier? To be honest with you,
Yeah.
he just doesn't have a finished lore, and his rules anymore are kind of meh. Is this Seth? Gabriel Seth?
Let's see. Yes.
I'm gonna put Gabriel Seth somewhere in B tier. He has some fantastic stories. I've never liked his stats very much.
His rules have always been very bad.
But he's got some great lore. He's also in a bunch of stories where he beats the shit out of people. I don't think he's a scrub. I think his stories are badass. The problem is he never performs like his stories do.
Agreed.
I have literally no idea. This model's so small. Who's the next one?
That is Greyfax.
Yeah, Greyfax is meh.
It's probably the worst Inquisitor.
Yeah, I'm dropping the D on that. I'm dropping the D on that.
Dropping the D. Giving it the big.
Who's my next here?
That looks like Grimaldus.
Grimaldus is fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
Stat wise, it's an S for sure. It's an 85-point character that comes with extra models.
So
lore wise, I don't know. So it's either S or A for me.
Yeah. I would put it in the A tier.
A tier?
I would put it above the Changeling, below Bjorn.
Okay. Picture him talking with Seth Rogen voice, loses any respect you have for him. And who do I got next?
Harkin World Eater.
He's actually got decent rules, decent lore. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of B.
Yeah,
he's been since the beginning. He's a character that's literally existed since the beginning of everything.
Yeah.
I don't know where Angron and the Lion are. I'm just gonna literally pencil him in, to be perfectly honest with you.
I thought I saw the Lion in there, but I could be wrong.
So I'm snaking Xera's really quick. I love his story. His rules have always been pretty decent. I'm jamming him in B tier. Somewhere in here. He's always been okay. Who do I got at the front here? Man, I'm like making crushing time.
That could be Grimaldus, if I'm not mistaken. I can't quite tell.
I'm putting him right next to... I'll break that.
Yeah, absolutely.
They go hand in hand. You think D for Harkin? He's just been around forever. And he's always been pretty decent. I could see maybe C, but I don't know if he's coming out of there.
For Hurin?
Harkin.
Oh, Harkin? Harkin's fine.
Yeah. All right, who do I got here? Is this the Sangador? What character is this?
Wait, hold on.
Hold
the
phone.
Next one I see in the line is Hurin Blackheart. That's your first one in the first row.
I mean, Huron's better than the World Eater. You know what? Screw it. I'm taking him and I'm putting him in B. All right.
And
To be honest, I was actually thinking more of Huron when I said Harkin, to be honest with you.
yeah. Huron's the one that I actually think C on Huron. I actually think Harkin's better.
I think so. I'm going to put them next to each other and just go with it.
Oh.
What do I got? I have no idea what's next. That is so small.
That's the Space Pope sister.
I hate him.
Junith. I don't remember the last name on that one.
No, we've got the dude that sits on the throne, and then you've got the other one.
Yeah, so this is the sisters one. This looks like
Junith is actually pretty cool, story wise, and model wise. I'm gonna go strong B here.
I actually would, strong B.
Do you think stronger? She's got good lore.
Her lore is fantastic. I actually think the rules are pretty good for her. The fact that she can get into Rhino now. I'd almost say low A.
Really? Paint Celestine coming in with Junith to the C. I don't know. That Junith's pretty good. I'll go back and forth. We'll adjust.
Yeah, B, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Who's on the? What's my next?
The next one's the Inquisitor on the throne.
Yeah, I hate him so much. I don't care. I hate him. His stories are terrible.
Fantastic.
Say again.
D tier, fantastic.
Yep. I was gonna make a new tier just for him. I dislike him that much.
I would agree with you on that one.
So who's next on here?
Emo Prince. Shrike.
I'm putting him in B.
Yeah, the model's good. The lore's good.
He's just never been great. He's never been bad either.
Been great on the rules.
Karamaz's jerk. He is. I got some other random guard guy. Who the hell is this?
I have no idea. Guard guy with flag.
Yeah, I'm moving on. Is that Karn the Betrayer next?
That is Karn the Betrayer next.
Karn the Betrayer is a badass. He's going in at least A. He might be S.
I would put him up in S because the lore is fantastic.
Yeah, he's also a badass. He's been a badass. He's super badass right now.
In the game, he's really, really good.
So I jam on it. Then we've got what's his face?
Corso Khan.
Corso Khan used to be good. I'm gonna give him a B tier just because of that.
I think Corso Khan without a bike. I mean, is that really B tier?
Probably not.
It's C tier.
Fine.
It's C tier without a doubt.
All right, who the hell do I got next?
That is Crom Dragon Gaze.
No, he's my least favorite of the Space Wolves, and I love the Space Wolves.
Yeah, but the model's really cool.
Yeah, no one's gonna know. Who's next here?
That's Inquisitor Drax, the one with the dragon.
Drax is in C tier somewhere because it's useful. A couple stories, never the main character.
Absolutely.
I have no idea.
And then after that, you have the Lion.
That is the Lion?
I'm fairly sure.
Lion's going in S tier. I'll figure it out in a minute.
One.
Especially since his new book is just out of control awesome. You think Kyria Draxus is A tier? It's utility, but you know what? I'm gonna shoot it up to B, and then we'll talk. We'll shoot it up to B. I'll give you that. The rules are cool. It's just it wouldn't have enough fluff. You know what? I'm moving it way up in B. All right, next model.
That is the Death Company special character, I think.
Lamartis?
Yes, it is.
Lamartis is a strong beer. I'll figure it out from there.
Yep, I agree with that.
Then we've got some Iron Fist idiot.
Yeah, Lysander.
Lysander.
Yeah.
I hate the Fist so much. You know what? Just because Sniggs loves Imperial Fist, I'm putting him in B tier. And then is that Kaganol? And Stern?
The next one is the Custodes special character. Not Trajan, the other one.
Oh, what's his face?
Yeah, with the sister.
I don't know. I'm putting this in B, and so I'm gonna let KR just make that decision. All I'm gonna say is Morgan Ra goes into the bottom of A because he's got the Morganator, even though his rules are terrible right now.
Yeah, the custodes I'd put in B tier. It's a
I'm down with that. The B tier is like fucking jam packed, by the way.
it's gonna be, yeah.
Who do I got next?
Then you got my favorite Ultramarine, Marnius Calgar.
Marnius Calgar is.
If he's not S tier, I don't know what is.
I mean, he is S tier. He's so. I mean, he gives you. See, right now his rules are really good too. But he also just has one of my favorite pictures in all of everything. Mephiston's going in A tier because I don't like his rules right now, but he's got fantastic lore and he used to be good.
Yep,
he's not bad. Is this
then you've got
the Space Wolf caster?
So you have Nigel Stormcaller in there. The next two are Nigel Stormcaller. One in Power Armor, one in Terminator Armor.
All right. Well, they're both going in B.
That's being polite.
They're both going in C, let's be honest.
That's where they're going, yeah.
I thought about it for 2 seconds. Who's my next?
That is Orican the Diviner.
His book's fantastic. He's never been that good. He does go pretty good rules. Last edition, he was giving a 4-up invuln.
He's still really good right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to put him in A tier. He's just, the book alone's fantastic.
The book's fantastic.
And then, is this Prince Uriel?
Yep, that is Prince Uriel.
Prince Uriel is awful. But he used to have cool rules and he's got good stories. I'm going to put him in the top of C. Then we've got, I have no idea what that is.
That is Ragnar Blackbane.
God damn, Ragnar's stories are magnificent and he used to have great rules. He gets B tier just for that.
Yeah, the story just is B tier without a doubt.
So, and then I've got, is this
the Sanguinor?
Sanguinor is supposed to be the second coming of Sanguinus, so that gets him A tier by itself. He also can heroic from the space because he shows up. Is he A tier or B tier?
Low A, I would say.
I'll give him a low A. Who do I got here? Who the hell is this?
It's legitimately a commissar.
Yeah, I don't know why. Just a random commissar?
No, it's one of the named ones, but doesn't have a special data sheet.
All right, I'm moving on from that. Well, dude, you know what? I'm going to Skarbrand. Skarbrand, by the fact that he's Skarbrand, his origin story is fantastic because he literally got convinced by Tzeentch to attack Khorne, and then Khorne threw him, and he flew through the warp for 8 days, ripping off his wings. So,
it's a great story, and rules-wise, fun.
Severino Rain? Oh, you know what? I'm going to ask you then. Where do we rate that?
Severino Rain?
Yeah, I'm just letting Paint Celestine choose it. What's my next model besides that one?
It's the other Ultramarine chapter master for the second company. I don't remember his name. I apologize. Can't remember who that is.
She's a B or a D. He comes in. Is this Carnifex in a can? My boy Sly Marbo.
Yeah, the third one is Sly Marbo.
Sly Marbo getting the B. All right.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Ignore her existence and move. Everybody's just like DD. I'm like, I have no idea who the hell she is.
Yeah, she's definitely a D.
Who's my next model here?
It's the Ultramarine character. I just cannot remember.
No, after that.
Oh, after that, let's see. Then you had Sly Marlboro.
I already did it.
After that, I have absolutely no idea. I can't tell who that is.
Moving along. Third in. Oh, it's Kato.
That's Straken.
Straken's got decent rules, and I'm going to put him in B tier. And if that's Kato, I'm going to put him in A tier because he also has 2 books dedicated to him.
Oh, that is Kato. Okay, yeah. Just knew it was Ultramarine.
I can't see it. I literally can't see it. But Kato Sicarius has wildly cool.
Kato's the first one. That's correct.
Yeah, I'm putting Kato in A, just because and then we got Brother Captain Stern. Is that our next model here?
Yeah, the one that we couldn't figure out who it was. That is Brother Captain Stern.
I'm putting that in B. And then is this Celeste?
Yep.
Celeste is like laughably S tier.
Yeah.
Gets back up, super cool stories that go with her, and wildly powerful.
Yep.
I'm all the carrots in the world. Also, I do hate carrots. But who do we got next here?
Then it's Talion.
Italian
Sergeant Talion.
is C tier. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
it-
Also, no rules anymore.
Yeah, I was just saying, doesn't have any rules. Is this Tiggy?
Yep.
Tiggy's going at the bottom A. He's a great psyker. He's got cool stories.
Yep.
What's this terrible model that I'm looking at?
Tycho.
I
Yeah.
just don't like Tycho. Is Tycho a D or is Tycho a C? I just don't like Tycho.
Probably a C.
Then we got Typhus. Typhus is either an S or it's not even an S because his rules aren't good enough for an S, but his lore is fantastic.
I would definitely go with A.
I'm gonna throw him in the A. So, and I have no idea who this is. Like everybody else is too small.
That's Wolf Priest Yarick. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm skipping that one. Who's next after that? Is that
Trajan.
Trajan's badass. I think Trajan's an A.
I would agree with that. Middle of A without a doubt.
What's my next Necron character here? That's Oberyn.
Is that Vanguard Oberyn?
It's
If I
Oberyn.
remember correctly.
Oberyn used to be awesome. I'm throwing him in B just because he used to be cool.
Fair.
Who am I looking at?
And then after that is a sister canoness that was a special one. I don't remember the name, but definitely not anything to write home about.
All right, I'm continuing to go. I'll go back to that one. Tell me who else I got.
Well, you got Vulcan in there.
I already got
Fourth
Vulcan.
one. No, you had the other guy, the specialist
Oh, I
Primaris.
put Adrax up there. My bad.
Yeah, you put Adrax up there. Sorry.
Oh, the Vulcan's better than Adrax, so he's up there at
Yep.
top of B or screw that. I'm going bottom A. I love Vulcan.
Bottom A. I'm fine with that.
And then who else do I got here? Is that
Now,
the-
you got Commissar Yarrick, and if he's not on S tier, a lot of people are going to be mad at us. So
done?
E tier, no, because he's dead.
No, see, he doesn't exist anymore. he dead.
But lore wise, it's probably one of the best characters.
He's been around for a long time. He's been around
Yeah.
so long he died of old age. That's
Well,
a
no,
real
Angron
thing.
beat the crap out of him, but
Well, yeah, let people go. When they didn't put him in the new codex, they didn't actually release the story yet. That's actually the funny part. So you're like, oh, he moved on, he's older, and then you're like, the story came on, you're like, oh, or Angron literally tossed him aside like a gnat.
then you got Zagstruck.
Zagstruck is awesome. He's an A tier.
Yeah, I agree with that. So we are definitely missing some characters out of this
Yep.
tier list thing.
We don't have an Angron. We don't have a lion. Did we have a lion? I think
We had a
might have.
line. We didn't have Gazgal.
We didn't have Gaz. We didn't have Angron.
Yeah.
Who am I left with here? I've got.
You also don't have the Death Leaper. You don't have the Storm Lord.
Gaz is always going to be S tier because Wog. Period.
And I'm not. I think that's the Imatek, the Stormlord.
He used to be pretty badass. I'm going to put him in B though.
Yeah, low B, high C.
And who else is there?
I have no idea who that. It
Is that
looks like a
Voldus?
granite.
That
It could be
Voldus?
Voldus.
Voldus is good. I'm going to put him in B. He's actually way tougher in the stories than he is in the game.
If anyone knows the name of that sister's canoness, because I do not remember.
Old One Eye is top of A or bottom of S tier.
Yeah, he's
mean-
an A.
They have names that we give them. Come on, KR. Nemesis Zandrak, yeah. The old One Eye is a bad. Old One Eye took a melter gun shot to the face from like 2 inches away. I mean,
And roared.
yeah, that's significant. Who else we missing? Gazgo's always S tier. He's the biggest of the big. He's the biggest and the best.
Angron. Definitely missing.
Angron's amazing. Angron's got great rules, and his legion's actually badass right now. The World Eaters are a great army. He's a great force multiplier. He's in a shit ton of stories, even though his record is 8,000-0-1 against anybody that's not a boss, and he's lost every boss battle ever. He's the DPS that you put on ads if you're playing a game. Morven Val is S tier. Great rules, fantastic stories from the sister's point of view. Snickrock. Snickrock might be S tier just because of the hilarity of everything he does. I put the Mad Doc in B. Never great rules, but all these fun stories. Who else am I missing here? Who else have big names? We're missing like a decent amount of big name people.
Yeah, we're missing a ton of people.
But we did a shit ton of these characters, by the way. And this is at the 60-minute point. I'm very happy how we got here.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that we're missing somebody else. I feel like we're missing somebody. Oh, we didn't have Mozrog in here either.
Yeah, Mozrog's not in there.
Mortarian's over here.
Mortarian's up there.
Yeah.
Lilith Harsprex, yeah. Jane Zare, I didn't see.
Jane Zar, yeah. And then we have who else? I'm trying to think of the people we haven't put in here. Somebody put in names and I'll throw them in where they should be before we go. And then we're gonna Queen's Wave out of here after that. Azrael Vect is above S tier. Azrael Vect's so badass that they took his model away and literally went, "You're too powerful."
Could be because he had slave girls.
Yeah. Well, his other model didn't. He used to have two. He used to have the Girls on Chains on his own custom Ravager, and then he had a regular model that was on foot. But Vect is amazing. Vashtor has the Vashtor, bad rules, good story, great model.
Yep, definitely. I'd probably put it like the high B in that instance.
Oh, I didn't even see that, Austin. 100%. I recently had that. I did that on audio. Brutal Cunning. And yes, it's awesome. Shalaxi.
Yeah, the other Shalaxi.
Shalaxi's still probably A tier. I don't know if I put it in S tier. Shalaxi Albane is probably one of the top A's though. She's really good.
Rex.
I hate Knights, but he's a badass.
Yeah, like high B, I'd be my guess in that one.
I'll give you that. Thanks, Nurgle Matt. Appreciate that, brother.
Thanks, Matt.
But
and again, this is kind of a mix of lore, rules, coolness of model for a ranking.
And it's also hard to do. It's sometimes hard to do the list on that because you have to ask. You can never just do the current rules, also, because some of these models have been wildly either better or worse. You know what I mean? As time went on, so it's a big deal.
Rodriguez.
Ooh, Rodka, the big neural guy. Yeah.
Rodriguez, yeah.
Rodriguez is actually super badass. I would put Rodriguez in A too. Been in Rodriguez has never been the main character, but Rodriguez has been in many and the generic fantasy version of it's there too.
Yep.
So I like this list. Now here's the thing: we're gonna do a lot of this on Thursday. We're gonna do model showcases. So I'd really like it if people could send me if you want to see your models on Thursday. Message me the models you want me to showcase. I will put up everything. You can send me non-finished stuff. You know what I mean? I want to see people's journeys on their modeling stuff. And we're going to just be talking about kind of whatever, to be honest with you. I really want this to be a fun time on Thursday where we just talk and we interact and hang out. And then
Dawn's Ghost would definitely go up in A tier.
Oh, it's for sure A tier. It's not it's wild. So, but like what I really want to do on Thursday is just interact, focus on community, and just hang out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put up some polls. Austin, thank you, because I never do it because I'm an idiot. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Check out the Patreon. We're putting a ton of new stuff up there, and it really helps if you want to see us to continue to make content. And on that note, let's Queens wave it out of here. And as always, stay milky.